have deleted every single one of my videos from my channel. Why? Because I literally almost gave up. I almost quit. For anybody who is new here, I am Nesoni and this is my channel. Thank you for joining the family and this incredible story. If it is incredible, it wasn't incredible when I was going through it, but whatever, okay? Alright. Life is hard. Whoever goes through life and say that it is not hard, lying. Or they never lived. Okay? Life is hard. Life is filled with a lot of ups, downs, hills, valleys, water, waves, every single thing I can think of. Life is filled with. I think about it, it is literally just 3 reasons why I stopped doing YouTube and why I could not continue. Now, reason number 1, I was demotivated. I could not see myself becoming successful anymore. That was the point that I reached. I felt like everything was moving slow for me. I was impatient, and impatient led to impulsiveness. And why I said I was impatient and it led to me becoming impulsive, I could not wait. I could not wait. I was overthinking every single situation I was placed in. I started YouTube from 2021. I have garnered over 1,000 subscribers within that year, and within my first year, going to my second year of doing YouTube, I've gained that much subscribers. But I was wondering, where are the watch hours? Where are the watch hours to go with the subscribers? This channel is now called Nesoni Unfiltered. Why? Because I have a lot of things to unfold on you guys. I did not have a strong support system in terms of doing YouTube. Do not feel like persons support persons that they know, and I stand by that thought. I do not believe that my friends that I thought were my friends supported me. Why I said that is because I was the one that had to initiate them posting or reposting my videos on their status. Well, some of them. I'm not going to put it out there on everybody. It was some. Because one or two of them, I did not have to say, oh, repost or share. I did not have to. They just did it naturally. Why I said I did not have a good support system is because persons that I surround myself with are persons that I integrated my social life with. Alright, let's put it this way. Let me give example instead of me just being so blunt and abrupt. I would send my videos to their phone and post on this status, so me please repost, share and watch. And sometimes when I go into some of them phone and like typing my name, typing my channel name, and look, them themselves not subscribe to my channel, them themselves not watch my videos, them. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I am just here wasting my time sending you all my videos and you're not watching them. You understand me? So it made me very demotivated. I'm not saying, oh, they demotivated me, but I was the one overthinking the situation and expecting myself from persons and not remembering that you cannot expect persons to do what you would do for them because they're not you. That's what I was not understanding. That's what I was not putting up here. So I was so angry. I was so frustrated. It led me down a path that I did not belong. And then everything happened so quickly. I started to become impulsive. I started to overthink and say, oh, might as well stop the YouTube because you're not reach nowhere. You're not gonna get what you want out of YouTube. You're not gonna reach nowhere. You're not gonna watch your videos them. Nobody interested in the things where you post. The videos are lame, you are boring. And those were the thoughts that were going through my mind almost every single day when I was forcing myself to do YouTube. That's the reason why I said to persons, I cannot pretend. I cannot come on the media or on the internet or on YouTube and pretend as if I am okay when I'm friggin' dying in my mind and in my body and in my soul. All that impacted my emotional well-being, my mental well-being, and it caused me to become an impulsive individual. Reason why I said I became impulsive, because while I was having those thoughts, I started to delete my videos without even thinking. And it happened so often, I just couldn't stop, because I wasn't thinking about, oh, if you delete your video, the person go on your channel, they're not gonna see anything and they're gonna unsubscribe. I was not thinking. It made me very impulsive, and that's not me. Person that if I'm going to do something that is very important, I think through it. I make sure I'm making the right decision. And when I told my boyfriend, he was like, why you delete the video then? I didn't even have a sense of an answer to give him, because me myself, I don't know why I delete them. I was just so discouraged. I did not even know how to think positive anymore. I was thinking was negativity, and I was looking persons to put the blame on when I needed to blame myself, when I needed to snap out of whatever foolishness I was putting myself and digging myself in every single day. Guys, I struggled so bad. I struggled. Right now I'm here and I'm talking, and I cannot even be like, me articulating and telling you guys how I felt is going to give you a feeling of what I was going through, because it was not easy, and it's not something a lot of persons have experienced, or they're not going to understand. The thing is, YouTube, I love doing YouTube. I love being in front of the camera. I love talking. I love expressing myself. I love doing all of that, and I could not anymore. I could not sit in front of the camera and talk clearly. If I start the camera, I get shy, like I'm an idiot. I am not a shy person. I am not a shy person. Persons who know me know I am very brave. Nothing scares me to do. I'm not scared of anything, unless it's like foul and like those stuff. But other than things like that, I am not a shy person. In front of persons and speaking profoundly, I'm not afraid to do that. And that's where I went. I went to a state or a frame of mind where I could not sit in front of the camera and talk. I felt shy. I felt like an idiot. I felt awkward. Like I did not belong. So I stopped. The second reason why I stopped posting is because I had to grow. I know that's a weird reason, but I had to grow. I had to make sense out of my no sense life. Yeah, I had to. That's the best way I could put it. I can't put it at this point. I had to grow up. Persons will look at me and say, oh my God, Lesani is so strong. Lesani is so full of energy, full of life. And nobody knew how I was digging myself into a grave. Yeah, nobody knew why I was always so miserable. Knew why I always have this face. Because I was sad, I was struggling, I was battling, I was filled with anger, I was filled with frustration, I was filled with so many emotions I could not explain. I'm sorry about that. I got a bit emotional, so I had to stop the video. Anyways, I was struggling with guilt. I had to grow up, think positively, because I was struggling with guilt. As if my mom was not working as hard as she was working in order to maintain the lifestyle that was necessary for me and my sisters feel comfortable. I feel like she would still be here. That's what I felt. That's why I feel guilty. I'm not sure if it's going to make sense to my viewers, but that's the best way I can explain it. I felt guilty. I watched my parents, both my mom and my dad, work extremely hard, work intensively hard
And for all who don't know, my parents were craft vendors. They usually walk the beach and sell bags and those stuff to tourists, and to shop on the beach that they would sell like craft things to tourists. But I just feel like my mom overworked herself to the point where she developed heart failure and could not manage anymore, so she died. So I just feel like that's what was making me feel guilty. If she didn't have us, she wouldn't have to work as hard as she worked in order to make us eat, have a shelter, have clothing, all of those things. I feel like she would still be here. So for some reason I blame myself, and yeah, for some reason I blame myself. I wish every single day, like every single day, that that wasn't the case. But that's all my mind was thinking. That's all I was thinking about. That's all my mind could accept. I could not tell my mind anything else. That was what my mind was thinking. And no matter how many times I would try to snap out of the thinking or the ways that I was managing the situation, I could not help myself from thinking those negative stuff that I was thinking, and I could not explain it to anybody because I don't think anybody would have understood, and I still don't think persons will understand. This is my story. It is my story to tell, and yeah, I just feel like if she did not have me and my sisters and my brother, she would probably still be here because she wouldn't have to be working so hard. She wouldn't have to work so hard, twice as hard, to afford us. You understand? And I'm just sad. I was just so sad, so guilty. I felt depressed. I was filled with so many emotions. So many. But I've learned a lot. I have garnered a lot of information about myself. I've learned so many things about myself, and I am grateful, but the situation was very hard to handle. The emotions that I was going through every day was really hard to handle, and I'm still not 100%, but I feel like I'm stepping in the right direction. I feel like I'm stepping in the right direction. I feel like I am stepping out of my comfort zone, because my comfort zone was sobbing, feeling sorry for myself, feeling guilty, emotions that are unexplainable. But I feel like I am stepping into the right direction. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And guys, I am not coming on the internet asking anybody to feel sorry for me or feel sympathy, because your girl don't need that shit. I got out of this by myself. I got into it by myself, and I can get out of it by myself. I'm just here trying to tell my story, explain why I was not posting. I became impulsive, all of that. I'm grateful to anybody who have reached this far in the video. Thank you for watching. Yes. Yeah, but I've learned a lot. I'm just gonna say a few more words and then I stop. You see, the mind is a very powerful tool, and if you do not use your mind properly, your own mind can bring you so down, so low, so depressed, so sad, till you can't ever get out of it. So what I've learned from this situation, or what I went through, is that always try to keep your mind positive.